They've packed a whole lot of diagnostic utility into one small box.
Very intuitive, menu-driven, very easy to operate. It's kind of a plug-and-play, very similar to the Macintosh.
I think the most benefit on this is just going to be with the machines that we're just not really quite sure what's going on with it because it's intermittent or it's just obscure.
It's gonna be a great aid.
Great idea, great concept, great design.
And very convenient.
Hi, and to follow up on what you just heard, there really is excitement out there about, well, about this. This is the Apple TechStep, a revolutionary new handheld device that allows you to diagnose Apple Macintosh CPUs and peripherals more thoroughly and accurately than ever before. In fact, now, finally, you can diagnose Macintosh systems without even opening a case.
Well, that makes a world of difference. As it currently stands, if a computer does not boot, we have to go in and find out why and replace some item or some part in the computer in order to get it to boot. With this, it will tell us what that item is without troubleshooting it any further.
I mean, if they can open this up, take it out of their box, plug it in, test the machine, and know within 3 or 4 minutes of whether that's the problem or not, and then test everything without having to hook meters up and all the extra stuff, then it's just a lot faster. I mean, I think that it would probably improve at least 25 to 30%, cut down the amount of time that it's spent in the field trying to figure out what's going on with the machine.
The Apple TechStep was designed to be easy to use, beginning with convenient slide-in ROM packs that contain software for specific system tests, including logic board, power supply, battery, ROM, SIMs, as well as video cards, floppy drives, and hard drives. It literally tests everything in the box. Now, I've just mentioned a few of the available tests. There are others, and there are more on the way. In fact, new ROM packs will be released periodically to extend coverage of Apple's product line. Also, cable connections provided through this detachable port pack make it just as easy to upgrade Apple TechStep to support new or additional ports. I think you'll find that with one of these in your shop, productivity improves, turnaround time improves, and most important, the customer is satisfied.
Well, as a manager responsible for profitability of the service department, my technician's time and billable time is of importance to me. And if I've got a machine that takes 5 hours to diagnose, I can't necessarily bill a customer 5 hours of diagnosis time. And if he's able to diagnose that machine in 30 minutes or in an hour and fix a machine in an hour, rather than having to spend so much time on diagnosis, then I see that as a real benefit in terms of productivity of my technicians.
In-house, you aren't so much pressed for time. Field, you're in front of the customer, and you want to show yourself off as professional as possible, and to basically get the repair done as quickly as possible to move on to another. So it has those benefits that it's fast, and you can get out of there, in a reasonable time.
Everyone we've talked with seems to have their favorite feature or sees a particular area where the Apple TechStep will work best for them. So, let's do a test to show you a little more of what it can do for you. We've set up this Macintosh with a faulty SIM to give you an idea of how fast and accurate Apple TechStep is in diagnosing the board. So with a non-bootable system, let's watch what TechStep can do. First of all, we tell TechStep we're working on a Macintosh 2. Now we want to establish communication in the Test Manager mode. By keying in Test Manager, you hear the tone and you know you've established communication. Within the logic board test, we're going to run a SIMS test. TechStep is telling you it's running the test. And here it tells us the test failed. It prompts me to press 0 for more information. The TechStep has identified that we indeed have a bad SIM in bank A. X marks the spot. Now, we've been able to do this in only a few seconds without opening the case and having to swap SIM modules. It's that easy and that quick. Then, once you've replaced the bad module, Apple TechStep is also effective in confirming that you've made the right repair decision and the system is running fine. As you can see, the Apple TechStep is fast, comprehensive. In fact,
It's a Apple technician or engineer in a box. So we can, that's what I would call it if I had a nickname for it, an Apple engineer in a box.
from the heart. With each Apple TechStep order, you'll receive the following items. The Apple TechStep unit with battery and AC adapter. By the way, it operates off of either one. A CPU ROM pack, a SCSI hard drive ROM pack, 2 serial cables, 2 ADB cables, a stereo cable and a SCSI cable, a carrying case, a handy Getting Started with Apple TechStep disc, a report generator and Apple TechStep test disc, a user's guide, and a troubleshooting guide. Well, that's Apple TechStep. The next step is yours. Thanks for watching.
What's nice about having this unit is, yes, it can recheck everything for you faster with no discs.
I'd like to have several.
I definitely can see why.
It's a terrific box.